Well, hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Jared. I host a daily live podcast where we discuss news and politics. And hey, I'm making this video to apologize for not being live this morning at 8 a.m. Eastern, which is I usually am, except on weekends. We tend to go live a little later, so slow down. But yeah, I'm making this video to let you know, first of all, I won't be broadcasting live on TikTok till the 8th. Okay. Got banned for a few days for questioning. Well, for the record, I asked if Elon Musk is the R word. Okay, clearly can't say that. But what more specifically I meant, like, does he have mental deficiencies? And one of the things that triggered that was I don't know that I've ever seen a picture of Elon Musk like straight on. You always see it at like this weird angle, or like this angle, and so like you don't ever get the is he cross-eyed or not. And again, this isn't no slight on cross-eyed people, nor people that are or people that have mental deficiencies, but it had something to do with like him accessing the Peace Corps data. And it was just like, do you know how dumb you'd have to be to think that there's fraud, waste, and abuse in the Peace Corps, and cut funding to the Peace Corps? So yeah, not live on TikTok today until the 8th, probably actually until the 9th, because the ban goes to like 9:45 and I gotta work. But I want to make this video to say, hey, great job, everybody. Big nationwide protest, your state capital yesterday. I heard from other attendees here in Indy that there was 5,000 people downtown Indianapolis. Seen big crowds all over the country. And I just want to say thank you for stepping out of your comfort zone and going and protesting. I managed to get down to the protest in India. Posted a video yesterday. You can check out. I man the perimeter. And the stock market is crashing, and I'd kind of been laughing it off. It doesn't help when you find out that 98% of all stock is owned by 10% of the US population. So for perspective, that's about 3.5 million people. It's nothing. That's like 1 out of every 100 people owns stock. So if that's you and you're losing your ass in the stock market right now, oops. And also, again, I've said I'm a socialist. And a lot of people ask me, like, what is socialism? And you explain that it's like any egalitarian movement that's either a social policy or a political policy or an economic policy. Then they ask things like, well, how do you feel about this stock market crash? And I'd say, well, the stock market can exist, right? And when it crashes because of ethics, things like Elon Musk is doing, where now Twitter is basically bankrupt and owned by XAI, and Tesla's stock is crumbling as well. What you would do in a socialist society is you would have his employees secretly unionize, and then when that stock hits rock bottom, buy it up. Because otherwise, the people that are going to benefit from this stock market crash, unfortunately, are billionaires who, like Warren Buffett, got big gobs of cash out of their investments before all this shit happened. The Peter Thiels, they doing this on purpose. So remember, we have choices here. We could say, no, Jared, I'm a Democrat or a Republican until I die. Know that I'm pretty positive the Republican Party's in its death throes, and that there will be a split there between MAGA and, I hate to say, common sense Republicans. That sounds like a misnomer. And then also, we've already heard of a split in the Democratic Party, where you have like the old guard, centrist, big money Democrats are going off on their own, and then they're leaving behind the younger generation, more of a sort of speaks to what's going on in society right now, where essentially you have the boomer generation, who this is all their fault, are trying to pull up the ladder behind them on their spaceship, and they're all hoping and praying that Elon Musk is correct and that Mars is habitable. And I can just tell you, from someone who went to Purdue for flight and aviation technology to be an air traffic controller, and then most recently was studying data analytics at Purdue, including using AI. The problem with the Mars project is the radiation on Mars makes any gear and equipment you drop on that planet worthless. You can't even bring it home. And so, again, zillions of dollars spent for what amounts to theater for these people. Remember, these people are out here playing with our lives for theater. It's entertaining to them. I keep seeing a video of a bomb going off in Gaza, and you can see the bodies flying through the air, and I'm like, why is this being shown everywhere? Because theater. Eventually I'll get tired of that bloodthirsty shit. And yeah, feel pretty good about the stock market crashing and knowing that only a very small minority of people have stock, and know that you should still maintain some empathy, because lots of people are losing money on their 401k and on their retirement. And to them, I would just say, hey, pull all your money out of your retirement and put it in Eutelsat. Eutelsat. It's the Starlink contributor. They're eating up Starlink contracts left and right. Germany yesterday, this past week, Canada, who canceled their Starlink contract, picked up a Eutelsat contract. And I'm telling you, that stock's going to blow up. Not literally. So yeah, I'm full of hope and rage, right? Like yesterday was a clean protest. The only chucklefuck dumb enough to pull a gun was in Lafayette, Indiana, where fortunately that entire event was videoed. And let me explain this, why the gun toter is in the wrong. He rolled up in a vehicle on people on foot. 1. 2. Girl in the passenger seat rolls down the window, is using an air horn. 3. They came looking for that, and they found it. And when old boy got out of his truck, third mistake, should have never left your vehicle, okay, and gets headbutted, and immediately plays the victim, goes back to his vehicle and grabs his fucking little AR, just know he was a total pussy. That gun was never in the firing position. He was never firing on anyone. He did that because he was scared, and he should never be allowed to own a gun ever again. The cops said he was just defending himself. That's fucking stupid. If he hadn't rolled up on a crowd of people that are on foot with a vehicle, if he hadn't had his little girlfriend with a bullhorn out the side of the truck, if he hadn't gotten out of his fucking truck, right? None of this shit happens. This is entirely his fault. This is entirely a preventable thing. And yeah, go figure how to be in Indiana, but that looked like a paid actor if I've ever seen one. Reason why? That gun was not in the firing position. He had it in his left hand. He was never pulling the trigger. He was trying to draw attention. This is what's left of Donald Trump's regime. And so I'm happy to say no one died, but no one backed down. They stood up to that shit. Said, "Are you fucking kidding me? You went and got a gun out of your car? Get in your car and go home." And y'all are that little couple in that truck. Y'all are lucky somebody didn't just take a picture of your license plate and take pictures of you all, find out where you live, and make your life miserable. You're lucky. And I also saw that they were trying to organize a counter protest and failed on Facebook, and that's why they rolled up and did all that shit. So understand, the movement is alive and well. From what I gather so far, no acts of violence. The only person dumb enough to roll up on anyone was in Lafayette, Indiana, so not the state capital, and they were trying to plan a counter protest and failed. And that's why that entire event happened. That was attention seeking. Makes me feel like they're paid actors. Because who else puts himself in that situation? Ask yourself. On what planet would you put an AR in your vehicle, drive to a protest, roll down your window with a bullhorn, drawing attention to yourself, right? So just be careful. There are chuckle fucks afoot, and understand that people like that have clearly done something wrong. It's just a matter of time before they get picked up. It's just the way the world works. They're showing out like that because they've done something wrong. Law enforcement will catch up with them eventually if they're not caping for them. So yeah, we'll be up live around 9 a.m. on YouTube and Clapper. You can check the links in my profile to find me. I'd prefer you on YouTube, because you can actually click the links I post in the chat. Anyway, have a good rest of your day. Keep going.